unsure about how much money you make and what that means for setting your budget? In this video, I'm going to explain how you can calculate your income, how to apply that to your monthly budget, and how to implement it on my exclusive budget setting tool. To receive your own copy of the tool, subscribe to my email list found on my website, millsknowsbills.com. And to make sure you don't miss out on any other videos about practical budget setting tips, exclusive interviews or information from experts, or other personal finance advice, subscribe to my YouTube channel here. New videos will be posted every Tuesday morning, and trust me, you don't want to miss out. Before we start learning about how to calculate our income, let's start with defining income. According to Investopedia.com, income is money or some equivalent value that an individual or business receives in exchange for providing a good or service through investing capital. Income can actually be paid through three common ways: salary, hourly, or commission-based. For salary, you have four main items that you can get paid through: an annual amount, a semi-monthly amount, bi-weekly amount, and weekly amount. And as you can see on the screen, I've actually provided you with basic equations of how you can calculate your salary into a monthly application so we can use it for your monthly budget. So if you get paid an annual amount each year, you're going to take that salary amount and divide it by 12 months so you can see what you would get each month. If you're paid the same amount semi-monthly or twice a month, you're going to take your semi-monthly salary amount, multiply that by 24, and divide it by 12 months. Or you can just take that amount and multiply it by 2. If you're paid the same amount bi-weekly, you're going to take that salary amount, multiply it by 26, not 24, and divide it by 12. And the reason why I say not 24 is because a lot of people think that semi-monthly and bi-weekly are the same thing. They're not. So when you're paid semi-monthly, you get paid twice a month. 12 months a year, 12 times 2, that's 24 paychecks. If you're paid bi-weekly, that means you get paid every 2 weeks. There are 52 weeks in a year. Divide that by 2 because you're paid every other week, and that's actually 26 paychecks. So when you're calculating your monthly payment, your monthly income, make sure that you're choosing the right formula, semi-monthly or bi-weekly, because if you're paid bi-weekly, you don't want to cut yourself those 2 weeks short of paychecks. Lastly, if you are paid the same amount every week, you're going to take that salary amount, multiply that by 52, and then divide that by 12 so you get your monthly amount. As for hourly, here is the equation that you would use. As you can see, you take the number of hours per week, multiply that by your hourly rate. There are 52 weeks in a year, and then you divide that by 12 months, and that's how you get your monthly application for your budget. For your commission, if you're commission-based, you're going to want to take an average of your income. If you have more than 2 years in the field earning the same commission, I would take an average of the past 2 years so that way it's as conservative as possible. However, if you have less experience in that particular role, or if you recently got a raise or increased percentage, then I would maybe look at the past year or whatever you think would be best. Just make sure you use your discretion in that scenario. I know I've thrown a lot of information at you right off the bat, and I am going to give you some examples that you can get some information from. However, I want to pause here for a moment. How are you paid? Leave a comment below because I'd love to tailor my upcoming videos to your situation, and it would be very helpful to know how you are paid: salary, hourly, or commission. All right, so let's go through some examples. So as you can see on my screen, I have 4 different salary scenarios at this time. So let's just go through this right now. So if we have an annual salary, we're gonna just take that amount, we're gonna divide it by 12 months, and that is the monthly income amount that you would use for your budget setting. For your semi-monthly, now remember, this is different from bi-weekly. So you're gonna take your semi-monthly amount, multiply that by 24 paychecks, and divide it by 12 months, or you can just multiply by 2 if you're good at fractions. And that would be your monthly amount for your budget. Now, to show you what that looks like and how that looks different for bi-weekly, we're going to take the same number, multiply it by 26 paychecks, divide it by 12, and that is your monthly amount, and that's how you can see that it's different. Lastly, if you get paid weekly, we're just going to take your weekly amount, multiply that by 52 for 52 weeks in a year, divided by 12 months in a year, and $1,300 is the monthly amount that you would use for your budget. So now I'm going to go over how you would calculate your monthly income if you get paid on an hourly basis. So as you can see on my screen, I have an example of someone who's paid $9 an hour and they work 40 hours a week. So all we're going to do is we're going to take that $9 an hour multiplied by their 40 hours a week, multiplied by 52 weeks in a year, and divide it by 12. And it looks like they get paid $1,560 every month. Down here, I have an example of how you can calculate your income if you are paid a variable commission, so that way you can kind of attribute it to a monthly basis for budget setting purposes. In this example, I've used a 2-year average history, and down here is how you can calculate the average. And this example shows that this person makes $430 just about each month for budget setting purposes. If you have a particular situation that you're in, or you're not sure exactly how you should calculate your income, you can definitely reach out to me via email, mills@millsb.com, or you can contact me through my website, millsknowsbills.com. I would love to help you out in figuring out your monthly income for you. I know that I have thrown a lot of numbers and formulas and equations in this video. So if you are watching this and you are just completely overwhelmed, don't be. That's why I created my budget setting tool. So if you scroll down on the sheet and you are in the income information, your name will automatically populate up here. If you have a spouse, they'll populate down here. And you're just going to go ahead and fill in the section that pertains to you. Granted, the sheet is not set up for commission. You're going to have to calculate that on your own. But if you have an hourly pay, you're just going to put your number in here. So I'm going to show the same example earlier. So $9 an hour at 40 hours a week. And again, it automatically calculates your annual income down here. And the budget template will show you your monthly equivalent up here. Let's go ahead and show the example for the salary situation. So say someone makes, again, the same $30,000 a year that we put in the previous example. It'll keep the annual amount down here, but when you click on the budget template, it'll calculate the monthly equivalent for your budget over here. If you've watched this video and math just isn't your thing, don't worry about it. As I've shown, you can have my free budget setting tool do all of the work for you. And if you don't have my free tool yet, subscribe to my email list found at millsknowsbills.com. If you learned something new, please like this video below. And to make sure that you don't miss out on any future videos, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel here and click the bell icon so you get notified every time a new video is posted. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.